Hello and welcome to CATEX TV. Today, Friday the 28th of June. Retired US Army General James Cartwright, who was the former Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, has been accused of leaking information regarding the Stuxnet cyber attack on Iran's nuclear facilities. The retired general has been told he is the target of an investigation, according to sources at NBC News and the Washington Post. A target is someone who a prosecutor or grand jury has substantial evidence linking to a crime and who is likely to be charged. The investigation of the leak about the Iran cyber attack is one of a number of national security leak investigations that have been started by the Obama administration. In June 2012, the New York Times reported that Cartwright was a crucial player in the cyber operation called Olympic Games, which was started under President George W. Bush. Reportedly, Mr. Bush advised President Obama to preserve Olympic Games. According to Times, Mr. Obama ordered cyber attacks be spread up, and in 2010, an attack using the Stuxnet virus temporarily disabled 1,000 centrifuges that the Iranians were using to enrich uranium. The Wall Street Journal has also reported that the Obama administration is on the verge of supplying a small number of weapons to Syrian rebels for the first time. The weapons have been stockpiled in secret warehouses in neighboring Jordan and are likely to be delivered soon to a select group of so-called moderates in the determined effort not to supply Al-Qaeda-linked jihadists. This would put into action a change of policy on military aid that Obama announced a few weeks ago. The government of Bangladesh has criticized the decision by the United States to cut trade privileges in the wake of a number of deadly garment factory fires and a recent garment factory collapse, insisting that it had taken concrete action to improve safety. The US had announced yesterday that it is removing duty-free trade, which had been accorded to Bangladesh under the GSP program, citing dangerous conditions for workers after more than 1,100 people were killed in a factory disaster in April. The GSP is a US program that eliminates duties on imports from 127 countries to aid their development. Although the GSP program does not cover the garment industry, the move will increase the pressure on Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, to take credible moves to increase workplace safety after a series of disasters in the sector, which accounts for 80% of Bangladesh's $25 billion exports. Today, US President Obama flies into South Africa for a 3-day stay that is being recalibrated as a tribute to Nelson Mandela, who's still in a critical but stable condition in hospital. A visit by the US President to the great man's bedside is not out of the question, with the White House saying it will be guided by the family's wishes. Mandela was always reported as being one of the great inspirations of President Obama. And finally, the UK government announced yesterday that it has reached a memorandum of understanding with the Association of British Insurers about the creation of a flood pool called Flood Re. The flood pool will initially enjoy a levy of £180 million from insurers and will build up a pool of capital to help in the event of large-scale flooding that has become more and more prevalent in the UK recently. That's all from us today. We'll be back with you at the same time on Monday. Until then, thank you and goodbye.